everyone, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. Today I'm intrigued would be the word. I don't know if I'm necessarily excited, but I'm intrigued. Today I'm going to be asking ChatGPT questions that I want to know. Disclaimer, let me talk about what ChatGPT is. I'm sure you know, but if you don't, it is an AI software that makes one answer. It derives you one direct answer. It may be correct, it may be incorrect. Chicken just jumped up on the chair. It is also targeted to you specifically, and companies can buy in to have the response recommended to you. So with all that being said, I have been using ChatGPT as a couple things: a therapist, someone to run a second opinion by, and also with research. I do want to say there have been 2 or 3 instances where I've asked it a research question and it has been incorrect. So you can only semi-trust what ChatGPT has to say, but at least it gives you one direct answer instead of typing something into Google where you get 5 to 10 different articles or thousands of articles. You ask it, what do you think of the moon? I don't know. You could ask it literally any question whatsoever. Here are some of the questions I've recently asked it, just for reference. Why is my Apple iWatch not connecting to my phone? Because there was a glitch. It's been glitching out, it hasn't been connecting well, and it gave me a direct response. It always is helpful with troubleshooting issues, I will say. You could be fixing something under your sink and take a picture and ask ChatGPT and it will give you something. It's better than nothing. It might not be completely accurate, but there have been a few instances where I have troubleshooted issues in my home and corrected them with the help of ChatGPT. So all that being said, I have also taken pictures of bugs outside and sent it to ChatGPT and asked it what kind of bug it was, or if you want to do that with snakes or whatever. And it's been pretty accurate with that, so that's been kind of cool. And it's not like my life depends on a correct answer, and it's better than nothing. So feeding it pictures can be really, really helpful. Asking it advice and emotional based questions can be really helpful as well. I have used it personally to get through some conflict resolution, and I know it feels weird to use an AI to assist with conflict resolution, but I have written out a text before and I've asked, what is the tone of this text? Does this seem too harsh? Is this kind? Help me articulate myself in a way that is protecting me but also kind to the other person. And that's been really helpful a couple times as well. So today I'm going to be asking it questions that have been on my mind, or just random questions that I can think of while I'm sitting here, because usually as questions come into my brain, I almost immediately ask ChatGPT, because it is such a helpful tool when you need a direct response to a question. Let's get into the questions of the video. First question, can you tell what breed my cat is? Okay, cats actually do have breeds. I am not completely sure what chicken is. I do know that she is a mix. She's a city kitty. She was born and bred on the city streets. Not born, but bred. Literally bred on the streets. So let's see if ChatGPT knows what kind of cat. Domestic short hair. Okay, so interesting. Oh my gosh, they literally just called her chunky. Literally. Okay, so it says coat. This pattern looks like a tortoiseshell or possibly Torby, a tortoiseshell and tabby mix. The body type, she has a stocky, robust build. If anyone ever said that about me, I think I would jump off a cliff. She's perfect. She's thick. She ain't stocky and robust. Her fur appears short and dense. Yep, okay. She looks comfy and well loved. Okay, and here's the cool thing about ChatGPT as well. I don't know if you see this part at the bottom, but it literally will continue a conversation with you. So if you ask it any sort of question, it'll say, do you have any more questions in relation to this topic? So it says, let me know if you want any advice, like her diet, weight, or enrichment for her, which I do struggle with her weight because I give her so much food and treat. The vet thinks that she could lose a few pounds. So maybe I'll ask ChatGPT later, helping me me make a new diet for her. So I said, what is the healthiest, cost-effective wet cat food? And it did recommend something to me and I did buy it. So I do trust it to a certain degree. I do think that ads and companies can pay in to influence you. So don't get too set on it, but it can be really, really helpful tool, especially like I said, when it comes to troubleshooting problems. Next question. What are the most nutrient-dense foods? Let's see what it says. Okay. The most nutrient-dense foods pack a high concentration of vitamins, minerals, and beneficial compounds per calorie. Here's the top nutrient-dense foods across various categories. See, like this, I know it's not some kind of advertisement or something because it's not saying like, buy, this specific kale or buy this specific seaweed. It's literally just trying to pull from the sources of the internet what it thinks the best answer is. So here's what it says. Vegetable, kale is number 1, high in vitamin A, K, and C and antioxidants. Seaweed, never would I ever, maybe, where do you even buy seaweed? Probably dried seaweed, right? It's gotta be like, I need to stop looking at myself in the camera. I'm like, hey, gorgeous. So, hey guys. Anyways, broccoli and Brussels sprouts. Seafood is next. Salmon, high in omega-3s, which I don't even know what they are, to be honest. Protein, B vitamins, and selenium, whatever that is. Great! Mackerel. Holy mackerel, am I right? Okay, I'm gonna stop. B12, selenium, and omega-3s, okay? Oysters. Extremely high in zinc, B12, copper. Copper? Why would you want to eat copper? Honestly though, what is really weird is like, okay, this is a side tangent, which I'm gonna ask ChatGPT about it. Why are we supposed to eat copper and iron when copper and iron are like minerals? Wait a minute, vitamins and minerals? Wait a minute. So are you telling me if I go get a bar or a plate of copper and eat it, it's good for me? There's no way, right? Okay, wait, whoa. Animal products, eggs. I don't know if I would put eggs high on animal products. That's an interesting one. I've heard some stuff about eggs being high in cholesterol and sodium and stuff. I do eat a lot of eggs. I'm not hating on eggs by any means, but I'm just kind of surprised that that's the first thing. I mean, in animal products, you're not gonna put like chicken, beef or something. Eggs, and then liver, especially beef or chicken liver. Nuts and seeds, fruits, sweet potatoes, Greek yogurt. And then it says pro tip at the end. If you're aiming for a nutrient-dense meal, combine a variety of these foods like salmon over a kale salad with avocado and a side of sweet potato to maximize nutrient intake across different categories. Would you like a sample of a day of eating based on nutrient-dense foods? No, I wanna know if I'm supposed to eat a plate of copper. Please be aware of my 25-year-old language as I try to verbalize this question in ChatGPT because it's gonna be very much like,
hey, so you know how like we do.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say, I take daily vitamins that include iron. I do take iron, but I don't take copper. And copper. Are these the same iron and copper from the earth? Like, would, not the like, would it be beneficial for me to eat a copper penny? Okay, ChatGPT is gonna think I'm so messed up after this question. It's gonna be like, send her to the mental hospital right now. Great question, and you're right to wonder about this. Are iron and copper and vitamins the same? I like how it complimented my question. Honestly, it usually doesn't do that. Are iron and copper and vitamins the same as those from the earth? Sort of. They originate from the same elements on the periodic table, but they are in different chemical forms. Your body can't just absorb or use any raw metal. It needs the bioavailable form. What? Meaning the element is chemically bound in a way your body can safely absorb and utilize. So, could you eat a penny for copper? Absolutely not. Here's why. Oh, pennies minted after 1982 are mostly zinc with a thin copper coating. Copper in coins is an elemental metal, which your body can't digest or absorb properly. Ingesting coins is dangerous and can cause oh my god. Better sources of copper: shellfish, organ meats, cashews, dark chocolate, sunflower seeds, leafy greens. I'm asking it like an opinion-based question now. What, in your opinion, are the biggest I don't want to say problems. Biggest obstacles in modern society today? That's a big question and a good one. There are many complex, interconnected challenges facing modern society today. Climate change and environmental degradation. Why it matters, it's reshaping ecosystem, threatening food and water security, and displacing people. The challenge, resistance to change. Okay, we're not gonna go on all that. We're not gonna go on all that. You believe what you believe, and I respect what you believe. You're allowed to believe whatever you believe. Moving on. Mental health crisis. I get that. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I just want to take this minute to talk about that. I mean, it is targeted towards yourself, so these answers are kind of targeted at me, but I know everyone struggles at some point or another. I feel like there is a way through. I don't want to say there's a way out, but there's a way through. Stay strong and stay kind to not only the other people in your life, but yourself. I don't want to go too deep into it. I can if that is something that people would like to hear about, because I feel like everybody has some sort of mental health story, and how I got to where I am today. You are loved. Just keep getting up. Just keep going. And one day, I promise with time, I hate when people say that, but I promise with time, it'll get better. Misinformation and media manipulation. Talk about that. I mean, honestly, it's a little woven into this video. I'm gonna be so for real, right? But you just have to be aware of it and conscious of what you're being told and what you're being fed. And if you want news about the world, look up media bias chart, and it'll tell you which way it swings, whether it's left or right, and then lower factual to most factual. It was a study at some college, and they published the media bias chart. I try to get my information from unbiased, right dead in the middle sources, so I can form my own opinions. And as far as all the information I get from my phone, I try to do my best to see through it, and just remind myself that not everything I see is real. It's not real, but it's hard. Economic inequality. Wow, okay. This is really deep. This is really, really deep, and I will put it on the side if you want to read it, but I feel like it's very sensitive information. I don't really want to comment on these things. I want to keep everything light, but I also did want to kind of put it in your face, just so we can have a conversation about it. Just quickly, bestie, just quickly, so we can be aware of what's going on, but I'm not going to commentate on any of this. Okay, last question. What, and I honestly just want to know this, and I think it would be helpful for you as well, maybe depending on your age range. Anyways, what advice would you give a 25-year-old woman? I almost said girl, but okay, here's where it's tailoring to me. Y'all see this? Which one do I like more? For some reason I kind of like this one. I don't know if it's the bullets. So I like the left one more. I don't know why. They're kind of similar, but get really clear on what you want, not what others expect. At 25, you're probably still shedding layers of who people told you to be. That's crazy. Listen to your gut. You don't need permission to define your own version of success, beauty, or happiness. I'm gonna cry in the club right now. 2, start building financial independence now. Learn about money, budgeting, saving, investing. It's not boring, it's power. Don't rely on future relationships, jobs, or circumstances to secure you. Even small, consistent investing in your 20s compounds massively. Money won't buy happiness, but it gives you choices, and choices give you freedom. Develop emotional discipline. Oh no, I'm nervous for this one. I also kind of want to ask it why I've had a rash on my neck the past couple days. That one's so personal though, but I have had, and I think it's an allergic reaction or a rash or something on my neck for about 3 days now. I'm just kind of hoping it goes away. I don't want to go to the doctor, but I have some kind of hives and allergic reaction going on my neck. It's okay. We're all human. This is the first time it's ever happened to me, and honestly, I'm lucky that I've gotten this far without some kind of it's hives. I don't know. I still feel fine, They're a little itchy to the top. Okay, you guys do not care. Let's continue. Me avoiding this response. Develop emotional discipline. Learn to pause before reacting. Don't let every emotion run the show. Set boundaries without guilt. You teach people how to treat you. Therapy. Therapy, journaling, or even just being self-reflective will take you far. Not everything deserves your energy. Protect your peace like it's sacred. Care for your body like you'll live in it forever, because you will. Move daily, even if it's not for aesthetics. Eat to nourish, not just to restrict or indulge. Sleep, hydrate, and go outside, but use sunscreen. Let go of timelines. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way.
My whole life is a checklist. There's no way.
Yeah, I'll try, but okay, it's a good advice. I'll try, but there's no shot. There's no expiration date on your dreams, love life, or success. Some people find their path at 22, some at 42. It's not a race. Comparison is poison. Stay in your own lane. That's saying a lot coming from a girl. You're not behind, you're becoming. Oh, what was I saying? Sorry, I was saying that comparison is a thief of joy or whatever. I learned every best tool I know from watching people online or online somewhere. All of my knowledge is online based. I mean, I've read books, but they're fictional. I haven't really read, so it's hard. I think comparison, like, I feel like I see some people sometimes and I'm like, you have it figured out, I want to study you, which is so weird girl energy. It's so copycat energy, and I acknowledge that, but likely if they're posting it publicly, just as I am, they're opening themselves up to being judged, copied, whatever. Choose your relationships intentionally. Surround yourself with will. Shape your energy, self-perception, and future. Let go of people who drain or disrespect you, even if they've been around forever. Be okay with periods of solitude. Loneliness isn't the worst thing. Settling is. Be patient, but ruthless about alignment. Don't pressure yourself to have it all figured out, but also don't coast in environments, jobs, cities, or relationships that stunt you. Make micro adjustments when something feels off. Life course corrects through small, brave decisions. Don't confuse comfort with alignment. Oh my, this is like hard to hear, but all true. Take care of your body now. It's the only one you get. Protect your sleep, manage stress, move your body regularly, not just for looks, but for future you. Avoid trendy extremes in wellness. Oh, trendy extremes in wellness. Consistency always wins. Get your annual checkups, your 30s. I don't go to the doctor. Are you good about going to the doctor? I don't go to the doctor. I'm good about the dentist. But I'm not really good about the doctor. 7, you're allowed to evolve. Who you were at 18 or even yesterday doesn't define who you're allowed to become. Try new things, let yourself be a beginner. Drop the need to be perfect. To sum it all up in one line, build a life that feels good on the inside, not just one that looks good on the outside. If you want to tell me more about where you're at, career, relationships, goals, I can personalize this even more. No thank you! That was enough! No thanks. No thank you. Anyways, thank you so much for watching today's video. I really appreciate all the love and your open-mindedness to watching this video. I'm proud of you. Be open-minded to all different things, and I think that is the synopsis of today's video. I love you all so much, and I appreciate you as you follow me on this journey. I am so excited about who I'm becoming and who I'm evolving into, and as I learn, I want to share everything that I see with you. So if you want to hang out, subscribe, follow along. I'm happy to share everything I learn in all things in relation to health, wellness, beauty, fashion, and lifestyle, etc. Love you all so much. Drop a like, drop a comment. I love to hear from you, and subscribe. Check out my other social media platforms. You can reach me at TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, all that good stuff. And until next time, peace. Copper? Why are we supposed to eat copper and iron when copper and iron are like minerals? Wait a minute. Vitamins and minerals?